Hey, what is up? Yo, Tub, what is up? Christianology fam. So we have a woman that killed her whole family because she thought the world was about to be over because of the solar eclipse. Let's talk about someone who has overblown the situation, man. Let's get to the video. No further ado.
This is a crazy story. I wasn't even really wanting to speak on this because it's so dark and it's so heavy and it's just a lot. It's a lot.
Excuse me.
But I think this is an important topic to speak about because when you're dabbling in the spiritual realm, you're opening up yourself to potential dangers. Now, I guess let me just play this video and then you'll kind of understand what I'm talking about, okay? Once again, this is a heavy topic. This is not something that should ever have happened, and the fact that it happened in the way that it
My
happened
throat
is so
dry.
heartbreaking. A literal family has been lost as a result of this. All right, so let me play this and then we'll have a conversation.
This is blowing my mind. Like, I literally been sitting here in shock for like 15 minutes just staring at this article. Have y'all heard about Mystic Lipstick from Twitter? I'm an avid Twitter user. I've been on Twitter longer than probably any of my other social media. And she was one of the first spiritual people that I recall seeing on that platform. She was just retweeted to my timelines talking about the eclipse. And like this tweet, she's talking about how it's spiritual warfare. And she's talking about
Mystical lipstick. Mystical lipstick.
get your protection on,
I was gonna
get your
search her
heart in
up
the
right
right
now.
place. You need to pick a side. The time to do right in life is now. All this stuff, right? Just talking about the eclipse like a lot of spiritualists are doing right now.
So, young woman, she went by the name of Mystic Lipstick on Twitter. I think she had a couple 100,000 followers, or she still does have a couple 100,000 followers. She tweeted this on 4/4. She said, "This eclipse is the epitome of spiritual warfare. Get your protection on and your heart in the right place. The world is very obviously changing right now. And if you ever needed to pick a side, the time to do so right now," I totally butchered that. "The time to do right in your life is now. Stay strong. You got this." And then at the very bottom, she made another tweet that said, "Wake up, wake up. The apocalypse is here. Everyone who has ears, listen." And then she says, "Your time to choose." It's kind of cut off at the bottom, but I'm assuming she's saying your time to choose what side you're on is now. Let's continue.
Or were during that time. Anyway, she just got an article. That article, I'm in so much shock. Like, it's hard. I can't even get this out. She unalived her partner. I don't know. This was in the midnight hour. So this was last night, early in the wee hours in the morning. Unalived her partner, fled from her home, allegedly, fled from her home with her two daughters in the backseat of her car, pushed both her daughters out of the vehicle, causing the 8-month-old, the baby,
Ouch.
to, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm stumbling all over my words. The 8-month-old baby died on impact. The 8-year-old daughter is in the hospital. She then crashes her vehicle, and it's I don't know if I can say a murder suicide. I am in utter disbelief. I can't even think straight from hearing this, from reading this. I am so shocked. I don't know. I tell you guys all the time, my very first platform was Twitter. So like, that's an app that I'm on.
So
I be telling y'all, man, stop dabbling into those spiritual things. The only thing you should be yo, the only thing, my camera, bro, the audio's not even there. The only thing you should be dabbing into is Jesus Christ. That's the only thing you should be dabbing into, not Satan's freaking works. Astrology is freaking for the devil. Zodiac signs for the devil. All that stuff's for the devil. All that stuff's for the devil. The only thing you should be dabbling in is Jesus Christ, bro. You idiots. Bro. I'm actually shaking right now, bro, because this lady got me so freaking tight. How you throw an 8-month? How you throw an 8-month-year-old baby in outside a freaking car? How'd you do that? What type of weed is you smoking, you idiots? I apologize for my words, but like, come on, these people are really stupid and dumb. Really dumb. Really, really dumb.
Here, let me give you another angle. This is from Fox News.
This case has been so shocking from beginning to end, and now we're learning about a new disturbing layer to this tragedy.
A lot of our foundations as a society are toxic. They're ungrounded and they're unrealistic.
LAPD confirms Danielle Johnson, aka Danielle Ayoka, seen here on the Scotty and Sylvia show, was an astrology influencer on social media who was concerned about the eclipse.
Eclipses, there's more births, there's more deaths.
Leading up to the eclipse on Monday, Danielle, who went by the handle Mystic X Lipstick, made several alarming posts like these. Wake up.
She said, wake up, wake up. Oh, this is what it said. Wake up, the apocalypse is here. Everyone who has ears, listen. Your time to choose what you believe is now. If you believe a new world is possible for the people, retweet now. She said, if you believe a new world is possible for the people, retweet now. There is power in choice. There is power in choice. Repost.
Up. The apocalypse is here. And the eclipse is the epitome of spiritual warfare. She also reposted alerts that signaled this is the final warning. Something big is coming.
This type of story is probably one of the most tragic and horrifying stories that we'll ever hear about.
Like the rest of us, clinical psychologist Dr. David Swanson, who never treated Danielle, is trying to make sense of this horrific tragedy. Just hours before the eclipse was to take place over California, Danielle stabbed her boyfriend to death in Woodland Hills, pushed her kids out of a moving car on the 405 freeway in the Westchester area, which resulted in the death of her 8-month-old baby and the injury of her 9-year-old daughter. Then Danielle died after crashing her Porsche into a tree in Redondo Beach.
Perhaps she thought that this eclipse meant that it was the end of the world. The apocalypse was here, especially because of some of the statements that she made.
There were plenty of similar posts and videos on social media.
Because of some of the statements that she made.
Y'all see the people, look, y'all see the people she's following? Do you guys see the people she's following? Black people, you people got to wake up. At this point, you people got to wake up. The woman was following the hood witch, astrologer, book a session, let me read your mind. These are the people she was following on Twitter. How do you follow someone that calls themselves a witch? And you people openly, oh, God does not believe, God is not real, but let's openly go and support someone who believes in witchcraft. Witchcraft is real, but someone who is actively participating in witchcraft and sorcery. Let's go support that person instead of people who believe in Jesus Christ and stand strong in the word of God and preach the word of God. But let's not support those people. Let's support people who believe in witchcraft. That's what we are. That's what black people are into now. Let's support people who believe in witchcraft. Let's support people who affirm my nonsense. I could smoke weed. I could watch porn. I could have sex with people. I believe in the moonlights. I believe in astrology. I believe I'm a Cancer. I believe I'm a I don't even know the zodiac stuff. I don't even know Scorpio, whatever it is. All that nonsense. That's what y'all believe in, but y'all can't believe in Jesus Christ. Y'all can't believe in Jesus Christ, but y'all believe in that. Disgrace.
Similar posts and videos on social media predicting all kinds of disasters and the end of the world.
And when you're sitting on TikTok or you're on social media, and clearly she was an influencer, so you know she watched a lot of this stuff, it's very easy to get sucked into the fear that these videos start to create.
Could this have been postpartum depression?
I don't think it would have been totally postpartum depression, because we have a lot of women who deal with postpartum depression and it doesn't result in something like this. But certainly any type of mood disorder makes it much harder to cope with other things as they start to come up.
Looking at this tragedy in hindsight, Dr. Swanson says there were obvious signs. The happy and smiling Danielle had changed and was struggling with something dark.
She was warning people. She was saying, pick a side. The way that she typed about it was in all caps. It looked like she was very disturbed.
I just got the chills in my body right now. Wow. People are saying that this is spiritual psychosis, which I'll get to in a second.
What does that even mean? What is that?
She was battling with something dark, and this is what I said in the beginning of the video. When you're messing in the spiritual realm illegally, you're going to open up some doors that you weren't meant to open. And those spirits that are going to attach to you are not going to be good spirits. It's going to be the dark and demonic that you're reaching out to, that you're seeking, that you're communicating with. And like I said, something like this should have never happened. I mean, she made a good point, the reporter, when she asked, you know, was this postpartum depression? Which I think is a valid question, because a lot of women do struggle with postpartum depression. And she had an 8-month-old, so she had clearly, you know, just recently given birth. That might have played a factor in it. But like the guy was saying, I've personally never heard of a case where postpartum depression has led a woman to unalive her boyfriend, like the father of her children, to push her 8-month-old off out of the car on the freeway on the 405, and her 9-year-old. I don't know if y'all know this. The 405 in Los Angeles, because I live maybe like an hour and a half, give or take, with traffic from Los Angeles. The 405 is slammed. You talk about LA traffic, it is slammed, and it's not the place that you
Look, I'm gonna say one thing. The devil, once you start playing with the devil, you start supporting the devil, and you oppose God, and you oppose Jesus Christ, the devil is going to embarrass you. You see the woman that just died, killed her boyfriend, and one of her children, and one of them is in critical condition in the hospital. See how God will do this to you? Not God, Satan. God will allow Satan to do this to you because you're not under his protection. You disrespect God every day that you wake up. You're not under his protection anymore. You're not. First, you have the boyfriend who is not married to this woman. A woman that thinks she's a witch or whatever it is. He's not married to the woman. They gave birth to 2 children out of wedlock. So actively committing sin, actively lusting, fornicating. That's a sin. Okay, cool. And then a woman who is opposing God, believing witchcraft, practicing witchcraft, that's also a sin. So you see how Satan used both of them to cause distraction or destruction. Killed an innocent baby who was going to heaven. Thank God for that, because babies go to heaven automatically if they pass away on this earth. And I'm kind of grateful. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of grateful that the baby is not here to witness this anymore, because 80 years of suffering, I know it's a crazy take, but I'm always kind of happy that a baby doesn't have to experience what we experience in this life. I think if you have a good mind, and you believe God is real, you probably don't want babies to really suffer in this earth. So if God has to take a baby out of this earth to go back to him, that's good. That's cool with me. It's hurtful. It's painful. Every time you lose a child, it's painful. But if the baby doesn't have to live on this earth for 80 years, look at the first 21 years of your life. You had to go to school for 12 years of your life. School. Boring. Annoying. Wasteful. You waste your time. You barely learn anything. You mostly learn everything that you need in life after school. Once you're in college, and then you have to go to a job, work, make a living, start a family, work until you're 60, 70. You know how much pain and suffering that is? So I'm glad that baby didn't have to deal with that. But I'm also saddened that the baby had to go out like that. All right? That's my little thoughts on it. Let's get back to the video, though.
want to be walking around, especially if you're a child. So even the fact that the 9-year-old was able to walk away from this alive is a blessing, is a miracle. So she pushes her 8-month-old daughter out of the car. She falls. A car collides. 8-month-old passes. 9-year-old makes it. She keeps driving. She speeds and flies. She's driving a Porsche. She speeds into a tree intentionally, which ultimately, was the end for her. I don't know what spiritual psychosis is. I keep hearing this, so
I don't know either, bro.
Spiritual psychosis. I don't know what it is. Let me see if I can figure this out. So there's an article. What is this? Signsoflife.au. I don't know what this is.
Yeah, I don't know what this is, man. That's the end of it for me. But yeah, hear the passion in my voice, man. Yeah, hear the passion in my voice. I don't even want to talk about it anymore because I feel like I'm being disrespectful to the family. But sometimes, man, we human beings are foolish. We are idiots. We are stupid. We are stupid. Every time you oppose God, we are acting like a fool. Just in layman's term, we are acting like idiots, foolish people. Every time we oppose Jesus Christ. Thank y'all for watching, man. Hit the sub, like, comments, do whatever you had to do. I love y'all. Peace.